was younger, my family and I were going to this really fancy wedding. My mom had decided to go thrifting to find our outfits. I'd never actually gone to a thrift store before, and I didn't really know what to expect. But when I walked in, I had two main thoughts. My first was that it smelled weird, and my second was that there was no way we were going to be able to find what we needed in here. But sure enough, we did. We were able to find formal wedding attire for a family of 5 for under $100. And ever since that day, I developed a sort of love towards thrifting. Not long ago, I'd asked a friend if she wanted to go thrifting with me, and her immediate answer had been no. She claimed that it was dead people's clothes, and that they would haunt us. This made me realize that not everyone shared the same enthusiasm that I did for secondhand stores, but rather thought them to be gross. And understand, after all, there's a stigma when it comes to secondhand stores. I mean, why would you buy dirty, smelly, nasty, old clothes if you could afford to buy brand new flashy ones? But here's the thing. Thrift stores actually wash their clothes before selling them, which is more than fast fashion brands can say. When you buy a top at H&M and then return it, do you really think they're washing it? Well, they're not. They're simply folding it back up and putting it on the shelf. So maybe you should wash your clothes regardless of where you get them from. Now, I'm going to say something a little weird, but just stay with me. I believe we should be more like hermit crabs. You see, hermit crabs aren't actually born with their shells. They have to find their own shells, either from another creature, another hermit crab, or sometimes even upcycling beach trash. When they no longer have a use for the shell, they grow out of it, or they grow old of it, they leave it behind for another crab to find, creating a use-reuse cycle. We can find our own shells by going thrifting. When we no longer have a use for the clothing, we can donate it back to thrift stores for someone else to enjoy. Did you know that the 3rd largest pollutant in the world is the clothing industries? And this is mainly because of fast fashion. The clothing is mass-produced, with workers laboring in inhumane conditions. The product is purposely made to be cheap, as designs change quickly and are cheap to produce. In addition, fast fashion fills landfills across the world with excess materials and scrap fabrics. The clothing industry also contributes to 10% of global greenhouse gas emissions around the world. But hermit crabs aren't causing global warming, so neither should we. Neither should we. By thrifting, we can help reduce our carbon footprint and help fight climate change. Now, because hermit crabs thrift, there are no two hermit crabs alike. And again, we should be taking notes. By thrifting, you can find rare, vintage, and discontinued articles of clothing. You can find your own sense of style that isn't influenced by what fast fashion wants you to buy or what's trending. You choose clothes based on what you like and what you like only. Expressing yourself through clothing can help boost your overall confidence and help you stand out in a room. Just imagine how much more diversified and colorful our world could be if everyone thrifted. Now, as we all know, hermit crabs aren't usually on a budget, but most of us are. And this is one of the most beneficial parts of thrifting. You can find amazing prices at thrift stores. That won't make your wallet cry. Like finding a Pandora bracelet for $14. What about Lululemon tights for $5? These are only some of the amazing things I have found in thrift stores before. But whether you're looking for a new dress or new home decor, thrifting is a budget-friendly environment made for everyone. Thrifting has just recently become more normalized over the past couple of years, but it's not completely normalized yet. But I believe if everyone participates in it, we can easily end the stigma about buying secondhand for those with fewer resources. Because like I said before, thrifting is for everyone. By choosing to thrift, we celebrate creativity, sustainability, and diversity. We help contribute to a more environmentally friendly world and help give second life to clothing. And don't worry, you do get used to the smell eventually. Thank you.